Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the virtual class of Ajmani International School. Dear students, today we are going to study chapter number 8, The Crane with One Leg. But before I continue with the chapter, I would like to know that do you know what is crane? Yes, crane is a bird, the tallest bird in the world, and it has long legs. So, this story is about a clever and wise cook of a rich man. Cook, the one who cooks food in the house. So, let's begin. Many years ago, there lived a rich landlord in a country of Europe. His name was David. बहुत साल पहले एक रिच लैंडलॉर्ड रहते थे कंट्री ऑफ यूरोप में. लैंडलॉर्ड मीन्स ओनर ऑफ अ प्रॉपर्टी. एंड व्हाट वाज द नेम ऑफ द लैंडलॉर्ड? डेविड. ही वाज अ नोबल, गैलेंट एंड वर्दी सिटीजन. डेविड जो थे वो बहुत ही नोबल मीन्स ऑनेस्ट, गैलेंट मीन्स ब्रेव एंड वर्दी मीन्स रिस्पेक्टेबल. तो ये 3 क्वालिटीज़ थी डेविड में. He had plenty of land and many servants to look after them. Therefore, he had plenty of time left for himself. Although he was having number of servants to take care of him, so also he get plenty of time for himself. He loved spend his time playing golf. वो अपना टाइम गोल्फ खेलने में स्पेंड करते थे. Golf is a game. He used to play golf with his friends. And also he loves reading good books on hunting. It needless to mention that he was extremely fond of hunting. So he was having the fond of playing golf with his friends and also doing hunting. Quite often he would go with his friends in the nearby forest and shoot deer, birds and other animals. Means quite often with his friends he went to the nearby forest and he do hunting of deer, birds and other animals. One day he went to the riverside for hunting birds. One of his friends was coming for dinner that migratory night and David wanted to treat him well. Means एक दिन David riverside गए for hunting birds. Why? Because one of his friend was coming for the dinner and David wanted to treat him very well and provide him with the delicious meat of some bird. It was winter and the river was full of all kinds of migratory birds. Means तब winter का time था और river side पे बहुत सारी migratory birds आके वहाँ पे collect होती थी, gather होती थी. Soon he shot a crane. Who? David. David shot a crane and sent it home to his cook. He ordered him to prepare it for supper. Means he ordered him to prepare it for the dinner. The cook was a simple but clever fellow. जो cook था वो simple था but बहुत ही clever, बहुत ही चालाक fellow. Fellow means people, person. He was expert in his job. Expert in his job. What was the job of the cook? To cook food. He dressed the bird, added recipes, trussed it and set it over fire to roast. Means he done the cooking of the crane. Soon the kitchen was filled with the aroma of the roasted bird. जैसे ही उसने क्रेन को कुक किया, क्रेन को जैसे ही उसने सपर के लिए रेडी किया, कुक किया, उसकी जो एरोमा थी, जो फ्रेगनेंस थी, जो महक थी रोस्टेड बर्ड की, वो पूरे किचन में फैल गई. When it was nearly done, one of his friends chanced to come into the kitchen. He was attracted by the good smell of the roasted bird. He went straight into the kitchen and earnestly begged for a leg of the bird. Means the aroma of the roasted bird was too good that one of his friends could not stop him and he went to the kitchen and he begged for a leg of the bird. But the cook replied that he cannot give any of the leg. His friend was annoyed at his refusal. Very well, he said, then never expect any favor from me. Means you have refused me now. अब मुझसे कोई भी favor मत मांगना because you have refused me. Soon a quarrel arose between the two of them and was carried to a great height. यानी कि दोनों में बात होते होते वो बहस बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गई. At last, for the sake of peace, the cook carved a leg from the crane and gave it to his friend. His friend ate it happily and went away. David had already invited a friend at supper with him. When the supper was served, he was bewildered to see the bird with only one leg. फिर डेविड ने अपने फ्रेंड्स को इनवाइट किया था, सभी लोग आए. एंड व्हेन द सपर वाज गोइंग टू सर्व, he was bewildered, means he was very much perplexed, confused to see only the bird having one leg. At once he sent for the cook, and as soon as he arrived, David asked him angrily. He called the cook and he asked angrily to him, where is the other leg of the crane? The cook hesitated for a moment and then said, a crane has only one leg, sir. What do you mean? David was perplexed, means David was confused. That what do you mean by this? That only the crane was having one leg? Do you think I have never seen crane in my life? Believe me, sir, I am telling the truth, and will prove it to you from a living crane whenever you wish, declared the cook. David was not interested to enter into an argument in the presence of his friend, means David wanted to stop everything. He don't wanted to quarrel in front of his friends. So he said, well, tomorrow morning you have to come with me at the riverside and prove it that you are correct and I am wrong. And if you are going to be wrong, I am going to throw you out and you are going to remember till your long life. Thus the matter ended somehow. But David was so angry that he could not sleep well that night. फिर डेविड को इतना गुस्सा आया कि वो रात भर सो नहीं पाया. वो मॉर्निंग में जल्दी उठा. He called up the horses and took the cook along with him towards the river side, where the plenty of cranes, plenty of migratory birds, they come to gather there. We shall soon see, he said to the cook, how much truth was in your words spoken last night. बहुत जल्दी हम देखेंगे कि लास्ट नाइट जो तुमने बोला था दैट क्रेन इज ओनली हैविंग वन लेग, सो सून आई एम गोइंग टू प्रूव इट दैट दिस वाज रॉन्ग. द कुक वाज वरीड नाउ. ही हैड समहाउ मैनेज्ड टू एस्केप लास्ट नाइट. ही न्यू दैट देयर वाज नाउ लिटिल होप फॉर हिम. कुक बहुत ज़्यादा चिंता में था. वो ये सोच रहा था कैसे भी करके उसने कल रात तो वो बच गया, बट फिर भी उसको लग रहा था देयर इज स्टिल अ लिटिल होप that he can be saved. Soon they reached the river side. All of a sudden he happened to see a number of cranes in the shallow water of the river. जैसे ही वो रिवर साइड पहुँचे, उन्होंने देखा कि नंबर ऑफ क्रेन्स जो थी वो शैलो वाटर में थी. They were all standing on one leg as crane usually do. Crane usually stand at one leg when they stand inside the river. With a sign of relief, the cook pointed towards them and said to David, look at the birds, sir. यानी कि सर उन बर्ड्स को देखिए. उन्होंने बर्ड्स को पॉइंट आउट करते हुए बोला, सर बर्ड्स को देखिए. Now you yourself you can see that I spoke nothing but truth when I said that the cranes have only one leg. David looked at the birds and for some time and then replied, yes, true, but I will show you something different. हाँ ठीक है, ये बात सही है, लेकिन मैं अब तुम्हें कुछ डिफरेंट दिखाता हूँ. Then riding up to the birds, he cried out, shoo, shoo. फिर उसने बर्ड्स को क्या बोला? shoo, shoo. At once each crane set down the other foot and after taking a step or two, they flew away. यानी कि जैसे ही डेविड ने बोला shoo, shoo, the crane they set down the other foot and after taking a step two means थोड़ा सा मूव करने के बाद they flew away. David then turned to the cook and said angrily, well man, do you believe now that cranes have two legs? Okay, अब क्या आप बिलीव करते हो कि क्रेन्स के दो लेग्स होते हैं, एक लेग नहीं होता है? What can you say to save yourself from the thrashing that I promised you? अब क्या कहना है आपको? I told you that I'll thrash you out if you will be wrong. Only this much, sir, replied the cook, making a brave effort to gather his wit. Had you but called shoo shoo to that crane last night. अगर मैंने इतनी इंटेलिजेंसी कल दिखाई होती लास्ट नाइट कि आप क्रेन को शू शू बोल सकते, though it might have put down the other legs too and these birds could be saved last night too as they have been saved right now. And you might have been saved this entire journey. Well said man, well said. David laughed heartily. David बहुत ज़ोर से हंसे. Your ready wit has saved your sin today. आज आपकी इंटेलिजेंसी ने, आपकी चालाकी ने मुझे एक गलत काम करने से आज रोक दिया. Now let's turn and go home. चलो अब घर चलते हैं. Thus the cook escaped a beating and made peace with his master. और इस तरीके से कुक मार खाने से बच गया और उसने अपने मास्टर, अपने लैंडलॉर्ड के साथ में वापस से पीस मेंटेन कर लिया. होप you understood this chapter. Keep smiling and thank you for watching this video.